Welcome back to Homestead to Health. My name is Caitlin, and this morning I beat everybody else awake. Well, I didn't beat them awake. I beat them to waking up. And so I'm out here in the garden. Later I'm gonna let my kids come out and really show y'all what's their favorite parts of the garden, what they think is doing well. You know, let the kids lead the tour. But I wanted to come out here first while everything was quiet, and before the day got busy. I'm still in my pajamas, but before the day gets busy, I want to take y'all on, I guess, more of a grown-up tour to tell y'all what's been going on. So the first thing that I want to mention is that we've been getting a lot of rain, and if the tomatoes haven't split, they've been just absolutely eaten up with bugs. Actually, it seems like I've had quite a bit of bug damage this year. Last year, whenever I only had 9 tomatoes, it was way easier to govern those 9 tomatoes and to look out for them. But this year, like, things just kind of slipped by, and then I know that I could come out because what's causing damage like this is a caterpillar. It's a worm, a caterpillar. I'm learning a lot from the things that are going wrong this year, and so whereas I could come out and I could immediately find a way to prevent any more worms or caterpillars. There's a lot in my garden actually that I have been taking stock of. A lot of things that I feel like I didn't do very well or that like I could do differently. And I'm actually going to walk y'all through those things, the things that this garden has taught me. I'm going to walk y'all through those things in the next video. But I want to point out just basically how my garden is doing. These are my bean beds, just absolutely grown over. I've harvested all of my beans, so all of these beans are done. My husband comes home this week, and this is whenever I will be out here weeding, really putting in the work, and making things look a lot cleaner, a lot better. Replacing some things like my squash and things like that. But guys, I'm about to show y'all some of my tomatoes. Now, what's to understand is that I'm in Texas in AA. Things get really hot and really humid very quickly, and that can take its toll on a garden. And so whenever I come in here this following week to clean things up behind me, I'm also going to be cleaning up the tomatoes. As you can see, they're starting to suffer a little bit. They got their leaves curled in and they're yellow. Some fruit, I came through and I picked fruit yesterday and things like that. I just kind of left. But I'm seeing lots of cracking here. We've been having a lot of rain. Lots of yellow over here. Now I'm just going to prune all of this off. And guys, while I have y'all today, while I'm giving y'all a garden tour, because honestly nothing is really changed since last week. I will of course show everything I can to y'all. But for the most part, I'm just bringing in lots of tomatoes. I've brought in some ground cherries. I've been bringing in cucumbers and stuff like that. Not a lot has changed. It's just been a lot of lessons learned, and again, I'll be sharing those with y'all later. But let me show y'all how I intend to stretch out my tomato harvest completely through the fall. Now, I do have some seeds that I'll be starting in seed cells, and those of course will end up being their own tomato plants in their own places. I do have quite a few of these tomato plants out here that I don't like them very well. They're just not doing much for me, and so I will be pulling those up. But the ones that I think are doing very well, I'm gonna do this. Now here on this tomato plant, in the armpit of a leaf in the stem, there's this thing called a sucker, right? And it grows, and you're supposed to prune those off, right? Right. Except for whenever you want these things to stretch out over seasons, my tip is right about this time, whenever I know that I'm about to set out some more tomatoes and do things like that, I will let a sucker come off the base of the plant. And I'm going to show you what this is going to end up looking like. But you see, here's the main stalk, and then essentially there's another plant growing. And so whenever I'm done with this plant, right, like this one is reaching out, it can only go so far before collapsing. And whenever they get that tall and they're just, you know, kind of going all over the place, I will sacrifice that and I will trim it down to where it is the bottom sucker that is going to be the main plant. Do you see what I'm saying? I will sacrifice this part, cut it off right here, and we'll give this one new life. And I've got some here that I've already started, and you can see that this guy looks really good. He'll be ready in no time. And I've also got some other options if for whatever reason this one gets stepped on or something like that. I'm starting to let a couple of these bottom suckers go over here, and I need to come clean those up. But here is a perfect example of what this would actually take off and look like, because I've let this one go for several weeks just so that I can show y'all what it looks like. So here is the parent plant that's doing pretty okay. I need to come trim off some of its suckers. But I let a bottom sucker go off, and boy howdy, look at that. That's a whole plant. It's almost as tall as the parent plant now. Well, it's working that way. And that's how I intend to let some of these ones that I really like just keep going. Now, some of them are not setting off bottom suckers just yet. Maybe they're the suckers that I have to let off are not at the base, but more like in the middle or something. They're starting to come back, and that's just what I'm gonna have to work with. But then there's tomatoes like the ones I'm about to show you that just aren't doing well, and I'm gonna rip them out. These over here, just all season long, have not been doing well, and I'm not entirely sure why. They just kind of slumped over and that was it. I'm thinking it's because I didn't trellis them right away like I did all of the other ones, where I did the rope and then I wound it up as it grew. I'm thinking that's what changed. Now over here are the purple bumblebees, and honestly, I've been bringing in so many of these. These are not splitting near as often as other varieties. So this and the other bumblebee variety that they have in the Baker Creek catalog, I would grow these again. A little sneak peek into the next video, because I don't care for the splitting of tomatoes. I know that a lot of it has to do with the fact that I am not a very consistent waterer. But I mean, there's some of these tomatoes that definitely just, like, even when all of the other tomatoes aren't splitting, these will split. And right here, honestly, I don't even know which tomatoes these are, because these are one of the ones that, like, my kids plucked the markers off of. This variety, whatever it is, has been the absolute worst at splitting. You can see the scarring at top and stuff. And I've been noticing that every time I see a new one come up, they all get these little scars on them. And I know that that's from disproportionate watering, and like we've been getting a lot of rain lately. Looks like it's about to rain on me now. But like these black beauties or indigo apples, this indigo apple has some splitting on it because of all of the heavy rain. But you can see that not all of them are split, just a couple of them. See, like none of those are split. Here's some down here. Well guys, I've said my bit about the tomatoes and about the goodness of being able to bring so many tomatoes in this week, but also kind of like the bad stuff with the splitting. I'm gonna hush up though, and then of course whenever the girls are up and out here later this afternoon, I'm gonna let them also show y'all their love for the garden. All right everybody, it's later this afternoon, and like promised, the girls and I are outside. They're really excited to show y'all more about the garden. They ran too good on the swings though, you know, they got to loosen up first. But I'm going to show y'all a couple of things that I think are pretty great. This is a random squash area. We planted a few seeds and they've really just taken off. You can see they've got some fruit in there. There's a bigger one in here. Oh, and there's a bigger one down there. Now these are the buttercup squash, and they have so far this year been our best producers. And I've only been able to bring in like 2 or 3 yellow squash, so buttercups are definitely winning this year.
Thanks for hanging out tomorrow, because our family are all here.
Yeah. Is this where you get your cucumber plants from, puppy dog? Yeah. And what did we do with our cucumbers? What did we make?
Pickles!
Pickles! Yeah, and guess what I just found? Found another one up there. Do you see it?
Oh, can we pick it?
Yeah, we'll pick it in just a little bit. Boy, this amaranth is busy. It's gonna start going soon. And then your oh my gosh, Look what I found, a baby praying mantis.
Can I see?
Yeah, do you see him? He's in there. He's good camouflage. He's looking at you. He's that little green bug.
Look, he's like a cricket.
You see him now? Hey, what did we do? What did we do over here this week, guys? Notice that this bed is way cleaner. What did we do over here?
Poop.
Yeah, we put in a lot of poop, and look.
And moon.
In the moon. Yeah, and then Mama came through and planted a bunch of beans, huh? I'm gonna be doing something very different with this bed. What is that? Whoa, don't pick it. Don't pick it. What is it?
Watermelon.
Good job. Our friend the watermelon. Don't pick it. Let it down easy so it can continue growing. Good job. Whoa, do you see that basketball-sized gourd in there? Our melons and our gourds, now that there's plenty of space for them and the heat is just right and the moisture is just right, they're really starting to take off and be very happy plants. It's kind of sad that my squash didn't work out here, but I do have a plan coming up for my squash.
Okay, channel. This is not cool. You want smell?
I do want to smell. Ooh, hey, what color is this?
Red.
Whose favorite color is red?
Daddy.
We love Daddy, huh?
Daddy, not a favorite color.
Whose favorite color is that?
Mine.
That's your favorite color?
Yeah, white and pink are my favorite color.
Wow.
So I'll choose the pink.
Good job, Princess. Don't pick it. Don't pick it. Yeah. Y'all, sunflower's about to set up a head. It's really hard to capture everything that comes in and out of the garden. But one thing I wanted to mention was earlier this year I had planted a raspberry bush and a blackberry bush, or I didn't plant a bush, I planted like a little sprig. And the raspberry immediately was stepped on by everybody. But the blackberry bush has been like growing silently up underneath that little shrub that's neighboring it. But it put off 2 amazing, sweet tasting little blackberries, and we got to enjoy that, huh, sister? Yeah. Wow, beautiful. What color is yours, sister?
Pink.
Wow. Okay, let's go to the garden, guys. Let's go show them what happened in the garden. Yeah?
Flower.
Oh, yeah. My friends will love that flower.
Like a book. All the grown-ups will.
All the grown-ups do? Yeah.
Not the neighbors.
Yeah. Good job.
Is it way that's way? But that's pooky. But that's really pooky, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's a really pooky, right?
Careful. You remember when you knocked it down? Okay, may I come in?
Yeah.
Yeah? My lady?
They kiss each other, see?
So, what are these? Are these the same flowers in your garden?
Yep.
Yep. So, y'all, this morning I did get to show y'all a little bit of my tomato troubles. The girls aren't going to know or have the same detail about the garden as I will. And so I think it would just be great for them to show you their favorite things. All right, puppy, what's your favorite thing about the garden?
Flower.
Flowers are your favorite thing? Hey, no, you're not allowed to walk through Mama's garden. Yes, I'll hold that for you. Oh, thank you. Some of my peppers are getting so big that I'm gonna have to stake them. Not only do I have to stake them, I have to prune them. Stop picking my flowers, Pete, please. Okay? Thank you, though. I'm gonna be very honest. I love when my children hand me flowers, but if it's the flowers that I have grown, it's a little heartbreaking at the same time. Cheese. Are you sitting on Humphrey?
No, I'm sitting on this turtle.
That's Humphrey. Okay. Hey, Princess. What's your favorite thing in the garden?
Beautiful.
Beautiful? That makes Mama's heart smile. Come show me something beautiful. I think Mama's favorite things are the big basil bushes, because my bees like the basil. You hear that bird over there making noise? Hey, man, listen, we gotta talk. You gotta stop picking my tomatoes.
Oh, tomatoes.
I know they're tomatoes, but whenever you pick them like that, Mama can't enjoy them. If you pick them too soon, we can't enjoy them.
Okay, I'm going to save it away.
You're gonna save them? Okay, no more picking tomatoes, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to dump them out on the grass.
No, we're not gonna dump them in the grass. Some lessons are just a little harder to learn than others. Like, Mama might have a full-blown conniption if you plant her or pick her tomatoes. But whenever we're 3, we don't really care about such things called consequences.
Like Ma?
Yeah, a circle is a round and round shape. Hey, do you like being in the garden? Yeah? Do you like growing your own food? What's your favorite yummiest food that grows in the garden?
Corn.
Corn? Corn is a favorite yummy food. Say goodbye, friends.
No, I want to. I love you.
Aw,
Bye, friends.
goodbye, friends.
I want chocolate.
I want chocolate. Okay, ready? You're a good puppy. Alright guys, thank y'all so much for hanging out with us today. I have a puppy face to go wash off. Was it fun, baby? Did you like being on camera? Yeah? Okay. Can I talk to my friends for a second? Okay. Go inside. So guys, just a quick note. You probably noticed that I don't use my children's names in these videos, but that's just because at this point in the YouTube game, I just don't feel comfortable releasing my children's names or giving away any of their personal information like that, just for their privacy and for their safety. However, today I let them pick their own identities, and of course we had the puppy and the princess. So if y'all would like to make a comment directly towards them to let them know how you thought they did or anything like that, don't forget, this is Puppy. Say hi, Puppy. And then of course the other one is Princess. Thank y'all for hanging out with us today. It was short and it was sweet like I knew it would be. Don't forget about the video that I'm going to be putting out next about the things that this garden and this gardening year so far has taught me about the garden that I'll be having in the future. Thank y'all again. I'll see y'all later.
Bye, Ruff Ruff.
What?
Bye, Ruff Ruff.
Bye, Ruff Ruff.